You ever see a man get jumped on the first 3 punches? Not metaphorically, I mean literally, 3 pitches, 3 home runs. And the whole stadium roaring like the gates of hell just opened. That was the Brewers yesterday. First pitch, Goldschmidt, bang. Second pitch, Bellinger, bang. Third pitch, Judge, boom. First time that's ever happened in Major League Baseball since pitch counts were tracked in '88. You can't make this shit up. But Judge, he wasn't done, not even close. 3 home runs, 8 RBIs, grand slam, solo shot. 2-run nuke. Came this close to number 4, but the baseball gods pulled it back to the warning track. Man still walked away with a career high in RBIs like it was just another day at the office. 9 total home runs for the Yankees. A franchise record. That ain't just breaking a record, that's setting it on fire and dancing in the ashes. Austin Wells, homered. Volpe, homered. Jazz Chisholm Jr., Oswald Peraza, yeah, them too. It was a massacre dressed in pinstripes. Final score, Yankees 20. Brewers 9, but that don't tell the whole story. The Yankees made 5 errors, 5, and still blew the doors off. You ever get beat so bad the other guy drops his gun, trips, shoots himself in the leg, and still wins the fight? That was Milwaukee. Nestor Cortez, poor soul, made his Brewers debut. 2 innings, 8 earned, 5 walks. He looked like a man trying to put out a fire with gasoline. Max Fried, $218 million contract, first day in the office, boom. 6 runs. But hey, when your lineup's dropping nukes like it's Normandy, no one's checking your era. Yoendris Gomez picked up his first big league win. Kid came in like the wolf from Pulp Fiction, handled business, no panic. Oh, and J.C. Ascara, former Uber driver and substitute teacher. He stepped to the plate in the show. Yeah, he struck out. But come on, that's a Tarantino side character waiting for a spin-off. Now we get the finale. Brewers, winless. Yankees, ruthless. Stroman makes his Bronx debut. Civale tries to survive the inferno. The line, Yankees minus 135. Brewers plus 115. Total at 8.5. But let's be real, if yesterday was a preview, today might be a sequel with even more blood on the walls. Yankees were favored 142 times last year, won 58%, when the odds hit minus 136 or worse. Even better, nearly 60%. Brewers won 53% as underdogs. But this ain't the same street they were walking last year. This is the Bronx. Today, stat check, Yankees led the league in homers. Slugged, 429. Hit, 248. Ranked top 3 in OBP and runs scored. Brewers, respectable. But yesterday, they looked like a high school team that wandered into the wrong stadium. And today's AI pick is Yankees minus 135 on the money line. Judge has that look in his eye. Stroman's licking his chops. Civale, man's walking into a lion's den in pork chop underwear. This isn't baseball, it's cinematic violence. And I've seen this movie before. On to game 2.
You ever watch a man throw a punch, miss, and break his own hand in the process? That's the Guardians right now. Cleveland jumped out early yesterday. Stephen Quinn went yard, dropped a solo bomb in the second. By the 5th inning, they're up 3-1. Royals looked rattled, crowd restless. But this is baseball, mate. Games don't end at the 5th. Kansas City chipped away, scratched out a run in the 6th. Then, like a knife in the dark, 2-run 7th inning flipped the script. Royals win 4-3. 10 hits to Cleveland's 5. No errors, but the Guardians' bullpen imploded like a cheap building. Sewell blew it, took the loss, and the Guardians walked out of Kauffman looking like a fighter who couldn't close. But here's the kicker gut punch nobody saw coming. Josh Ramírez, the guy you build your franchise around, sprained his wrist sliding into second. Happened in the 3rd inning. He tried to shake it off, lasted 3 more innings, but you could see it, the man was hurting. Arias took over. Ramírez finished the day hitless, still looking for his first stock of the season. So today, it's Cleveland down a star, tied in the series, staring down the barrel. Vegas can't make up its mind. Royals minus 110, Guardians minus 109, total hanging at 7.5. The bookies are basically saying, pick your poison. The Royals. They've been here before. Last year, 63% win rate when they were favorites. Bobby Witt Jr. rakes. Pasquantino can hit. Salvador Perez still dangerous. Jonathan India, reliable stick. But the Guardians, even without Ramirez, ain't dead yet. They've got Quan swinging a hot bat. Carlos Santana lurking with pop. Lane Thomas, sneaky production. And most importantly, Tanner Bibby, their ace. 10-4 last year, 2.94 ERA. Cold-blooded. Kansas City's countering with J.P. Sears. 5-14 in 2023 ERA sitting at 4.54. That's not a stat line, that's a cry for help. So you've got Cleveland banged up, angry, and holding the trump card on the mound. Royals confident, smelling blood. And today's AI pick is Guardians money line. Tanner Bibby's, not just their assess, the executioner. The Guardians blew yesterday's game, lost their star, and now they're backed into a corner. That's exactly when you bet on a wounded animal. Because when they bite hard. Oh, and don't go anywhere. Next game.
You know what burns me up? Losing by one damn run because of a wild pitch and a slow roller up the middle. That's not losing. That's the universe pulling a fast one. Yesterday the White Sox got clipped, 1-0. Angels couldn't even get a clean hit to win it. It was an infield dribbler off Clevenger, scored Solar from third. That's how that circus ended. White Sox pitching, locked it down. Cannon gave him 5 scoreless. But the bats? Silent. 2 hits. That's it. 1 from Benintendi, 1 from Baldwin. Whole lineup asleep at the wheel. And now? Game 3. Series tied. The odds makers are dancing again, handing the Angels -135 on the money line. White Sox sitting at +115. Over-under posted at 8.5. But here's the thing. Look past the line, and you'll see the cracks. Angels are sending out Jack Kochanowicz. Last year, 2 wins, 6 losses, ERA at 3.99. WHIP just under 1.2. Respectable numbers. But don't let 'em fool you. This guy ain't untouchable. He's young, green, and he's hittable. White Sox? Rolling with Davis Martin. 0-5 last year. ERA sitting at 4.32. WHIP over 1.4. You look at those numbers and think, why the hell would you trust this guy? But that's the game, mate. You don't look at the record. You look at the fight. And here's what I see. The Sox got embarrassed yesterday. 2 hits, shut out, walked off the field like they didn't belong. You think that locker room's quiet right now? No shot. They're pissed. They want payback. Add in this little gem. The Angels were favored 29 times last year. You know how many they won? 9. 31%. That's a coin flip with one side chipped. White Sox won as underdogs 24% of the time last season. You know what that tells me? Nobody believes in them. And that, my friend, is when you strike. You can bet your last dollar Elvis and I sat back last night, watched that 1-0 loss, and said the same thing, they're due. And today's AI pick is White Sox money line. You want to back a team that's pissed, hungry, and ready to brawl? This is it. Forget yesterday's goose egg. Forget Kochanowicz's clean numbers. This is baseball. Sometimes the scrappy dog wins. And we're rolling on to Game 4.
You ever wonder why some people never learn, Clyde? Why they touch the stove, get burned, and then go back the next day like maybe this time it'll be cold? That's us. Yesterday. Twins. We backed 'em. We believed in 'em. And what did they do? Lose 5-1. Again. To the damn Cardinals. You talk me into it like you always do. Barney, Twins are a lock. They're gonna bounce back. Well. Guess what? They bounced alright. Straight off a cliff.
Oh, come on. You act like you didn't throw half the bankroll on M yourself. You were right there, grinning, saying, Cardinals are cooked. Don't rewrite history, darling. But today, it's different. Twins are pissed. They're throwing Bailey over. Big boy, 9.4 strikeouts per 9 last season. The line's got M favored at -124. Cardinals are +104 dogs. Total sitting at 8 runs. Minnesota's bats were top 10 in runs last year. Strikeout rate was top 10 too. They can swing when they show up. And today, they've got to show up.
You sound like a junkie begging for one more hit, Clyde. This time will be different. This time the Twins will save us. They've made the Cardinals bullpen look like the '96 Yankees. But now the odds makers got 'em favored again, like they're daring us to fall for it. And you, I know you. You're already halfway to the betting window. Cardinals got Palante starting. ERA last year? Over 4, not exactly Cy Young. But St. Louis already took the first 2 games and they smell blood.
You done throwing knives, darling? Good, 'cause here's the thing, you can call me stubborn, stupid, whatever you want. But sometimes, you double down. Sometimes you lose a hand and you shove your chips back in anyway. And today's AI pick is Twins moneyline. They've got over on the mound, they're favored for a reason, and they ain't about to get swept. Yesterday hurt. Today, we get our revenge. We're rolling on to Game 5.
You ever walk into a casino, look around, and know instantly who's bluffing? That's what this game feels like. Rangers versus Red Sox. A lot of noise, a lot of flash, but when you strip it down, someone's walking away broke. Now let's keep it real. The numbers in front of us aren't fresh off the presses. This game's already underway, but we ain't here to fake a recap. We're working with what the bookies handed us this morning. Rangers sitting as heavy favorites at -190. Red Sox big dogs at +158. Total set at 8.5. That's what the line said. Texas has Jacob deGrom on the hill for a start of the year. Last season, the man missed time, but when he pitched, he was lethal. This year, he's the ace until proven otherwise. Boston's rolling out Richard Fitz. Young arm, first start of the season. Plenty of talent, but no guarantees. Let's talk power. Rangers were middle of the pack last year, 18th in runs scored, 18th in home runs, 21st in batting average. They don't strike out much, but that bullpen ranked 24th in ERA. Shaky at best. Red Sox top 10 in runs, 9th in home runs, 6th in batting average. They can swing it, but they struck out like it was going out of style at 28th in the league. Here's the kicker: the Rangers won nearly 60% of the time when favored last year. But when the line looked like today, -190 or shorter. Only 7-4. Not exactly unbeatable. Boston, on the other hand, played the underdog 79 times last year and won half of them. And yeah, they were 1-2 and listed at +158 or longer, but those odds, they don't scare me. This isn't about what's happening right now. This is about what the math said before the first pitch. And today's AI pick is Red Sox moneyline. It's ugly, it's risky, but that's how Raw plays. We don't bet scared. We bet to win. Now before we get out of here, let's run back all 5 AI picks today. Game 1, Yankees moneyline over the Brewers. Game 2, Guardians moneyline over the Royals. Game 3, White Sox moneyline over the Angels. Game 4, Twins moneyline over the Cardinals. Game 5, Red Sox moneyline over the Rangers. 5 picks. No fluff. No fear. Just cold, calculated plays. And listen, if you're still here, you're one of us. We're sitting at 3,911 subscribers right now, and we're clawing toward that 4,000 mark. So do the smart thing, hit that like button, smash subscribe, and let's run these sportsbooks out of town together. We're rolling on to tomorrow.